Hey, downtown Charlotte, No Boundaries podcast. Josh Lapou, Q Kelly, beautiful day.
Yes, sir.
Got our boy Chris Joseph's Films in here. Again, salute to everybody that been rocking with us. GOB, Good Old Boys Network, Mario Washington, Jasmine Rutledge. Thank you for everything y'all been doing for us. Man, beautiful day outside. If you ask me, snow coming down. You know what I'm saying? We had a little photo shoot, everything going on.
Boy. Hey, this man think he Denzel Washington over here, boy.
Man. Stop playing,
Rico Suave out here,
Stop
man.
playing. When y'all see the pic that Q Kelly dropped with the Benz, the old school Benz, we'll see.
Shoot, boy, I feel like a 1996 drug dealer.
Boy, stop playing, boy.
You know
That man
Shout out to
crazy.
Pops, get me right. You feel me? Yeah.
Man, we had a great time last night, man. The Hornets game, man. Talk about the experience with the Hornets game and how you enjoyed it.
Man, it was definitely an awesome experience, man. Like, and I was talking to some of the interns from the Hornets as well. And I was telling them, don't take this for granted. So many people walked up in there and act like it was just another day at the office and don't realize people would die to be in this position right now.
Right.
And I'm just so thankful. And, you know, a lot of been going on in my personal life as well. So I thank God for giving us the opportunity, man, like where we started from Radio Free Charlotte to be, you know, where we're interviewing NBA players and we're sitting where the press is sitting at, man. We're 24 years old, black males. We're not supposed to be there. And you could tell the looks that we got yesterday and checking our credentials to make sure we're straight because they know they shouldn't be here right now.
Are they rappers? Why? What are they doing?
They're not
here?
supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I thought they probably thought Josh was supposed to be on the basketball team out there. So
he must be a former player.
Exactly, man.
Man, it was a great time. I mean, for the people that don't know, we were at the game handling stuff with our, other employer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Basically doing stuff with the Charlotte Hornets. The Charlotte Hornets lost to the Bulls 119-111 in overtime. Disappointing game, but at the same time, great opportunity. Went down there, networked like always. Got a good interview with Nick Batum, Marvin Williams. So it was definitely a great time. But before all that, you know what I'm saying? Before we started the podcast, we got in a little debate here. And I just want to, one of my favorite radio analysts or whatever you want to call radio host, Colin Coward. They break stuff down. They make it poetic. So we was talking about the rap game.
Yeah.
And we was talking about the tiers of rap.
Yeah.
You got tier 1, clearly the legends, Hall of Famers, whatever you want to call them, the kings of rap.
Yeah.
Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick. Now
at this point, right? Well, you still gotta add.
You can. Who you gonna add?
You gotta add Jay-Z right now. He's still
okay. Well,
like
Jay-Z's
got to
already
be up there. Yeah.
But as far as the
and
new
Kanye and
Kanye,
as far as the new upcomer,
yeah. But as far as the guys that maybe popped from 2010 and now, around that time, Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick.
Yeah.
Now some people move in a different order. Some people say Kendrick, then Drake, then J. Cole. Some people say Drake, Cole, Kendrick. Me personally, I think Drake is the best, and we'll go down as top 5 in hip hop, ghostwriter or not.
Yeah. Yeah, he will.
I think J. Cole's the best lyricist in the game
right now. I agree with that.
Christian.
Look, this man over here like,
Hey, man, come on, man. And I think Kendrick, low-key, might have the best content. If you count.
Explain content for the people.
So content, because y'all just got me hip, too, with the whole Tupac interlude.
Yeah, which is Mortal Man off of The Pimp a Butterfly.
Right.
Yeah.
If you look at albums, who puts together a more beautiful album? Think about the body of work. We know what Drake does. Drake has the hits. But think about J. Cole had 2014,
that was I think.
Right?
Yeah.
It was a classic, right?
Classic, easy.
Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah.
Now, they both came around the same time, I believe, right?
I think J. Cole came right in December, I believe, right before the new year. And then Kendrick came back with To Pimp a Butterfly, I think in 2015. I believe. So it was like those albums right there were classic. And Drake got classics of his own too as well. But I really think it's just your flavor at the time.
Right.
So
who has more classics as far as body of work? Drake, Kendrick, or Cole?
See, when you talk about body of work, does that include mixtapes? Because Drake really hasn't came out with a mixtape if we want it. Not like that. But when you talk about body of works all together, what they've done, I still think at the end of the day, it's your flavor. My flavor, I think, honestly, in my opinion, has been J. Cole. Why? Because just his relevance since 2010, 11, when he came out, when, like I said, the warm-up, the come-up, the warm-up, Friday Night Lights, then he comes with the Sideline Story, then, he comes with, the classic album in 2014, Born Center, Then For Your Eyes Only. All of those been so transparent in his growth as an artist. And Friday Night Lights may be one of the best mixtapes we talking about all time.
Now, Drake does have a mixtape that was actually nominated for a Grammy, who people still to this day say a classic.
Yeah.
With So Far Gone.
They had Best You Ever Had up there.
Best You Ever Had.
Best I Ever Had.
Successful stuff. Yeah. So, and then Kendrick had some of the classics back in the day when he was K-Dot.
Yeah.
When he remixed all the Lil Wayne's albums and stuff like
Section
that.
80 was crazy
Exactly.
too. Well.
So who has the better body of work though? If you really look.
Well, if you look at the body of work, obviously categorically, it has to go with the Drake, because just the album sales, he brought singing back and melodies back into the hip hop game when it was lost.
Right.
So I mean, just to be transparent, he brought mainstream culture back into hip hop. When I remember at one point, 2008, 2007, 2009, everybody was saying hip hop was dead. I mean, Lil Wayne was at the height of his career, and here you got this guy from Toronto that pretty much a lot of people thought was a nerd, that was corny. I mean, I remember T.I. had a story about how they was in the movie theater and somebody like
peed on him. Yeah.
So I mean, a lot of people in the game thought he was corny, but to be a guy that transitioned into this rap game is so hard, to sing, to put his emotions out like there, and to come out the way he did, and to been so hot for so long, man. I remember at one point, I think Drake was in the Billboard Top 100 for over like 100 weeks at one point.
Right.
So if you look at the body of work since 2008, 2009, you talking about 2010, it has to go to Drake.
Right.
Because just the numbers he's put up, I mean, he's been the best artist out, not even in hip hop, damn near in any genre of music. And you think out, he don't just sell out. He can sell out stadiums if he wanted to.
Exactly.
Like if he came to Bank of America Stadium right now and they were selling tickets, he would sell the stadium out. And a lot of people can't sell out football stadiums. That's Beyonce now.
Nonetheless, arenas.
Arenas.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then another thing y'all killed me with. So under that tier,
yeah,
you got tier 2.
Mm-hmm.
You got Meek Mill.
Yeah.
Big Sean.
Mm-hmm.
Wale.
No. The reason why Wale has dropped, Josh, you got to understand, the man, Wale is one of my favorite hip hop artists, man. I love More About Nothing. 11-1-11 Theory is one of my favorite songs. Barry Sanders, one of my favorite songs with Wale too as well. But he doesn't reach enough people and use his music to reach enough people. Like if you listen to his music, like we was just talking about, he had Matrimony. He had Bag, another song he had too as well. That reached mostly to, black females, ages, that vary as well. But he doesn't reach enough to enough people to still be relevant in the game right now. Like I feel like he doesn't target his fan base enough anymore. And I feel like he lost an identity as himself. And I feel like until he gets back to that point, to his organic self, I think he's fell out. And now when you hear about top 20 rappers in the game, Wale won't even be mentioned, dog. Like,
so, but one thing y'all said was consistency, right?
Yeah.
J. Cole doesn't necessarily consistently drop every other month or every at least quarter of a year, right?
Yeah.
But okay, I get when he does, it's classic, it's soulful, it's what the streets needed, it's what people needed.
Mm-hmm.
Wale, when he drops, and a lot of times y'all go off of streams or y'all go off the numbers. We know that Shine didn't do well.
It flopped, dog, and that was disappointing because that was actually a good album.
So if, let's just say, like I said, I gave y'all the example. I said if J. Cole released something right now,
yeah,
and it flopped, but it was still J. Cole sticking to his core values, what the fans needed, what the fans wanted, would you sit here and say he's not in that tier?
I feel like J. Cole albums will never flop. The reason why, because he reaches out to enough people.
But if it did,
I feel like he'll end up going down to. I feel like people love him enough, but if hypothetically speaking, his album did flop, I think he'll go down. The reason why I say that because he doesn't put out enough, and the reason why, if you don't put out enough music, it's hard to rebound from it. So you think about the last J. Cole album he had, 4 Your Hours Only, came out last year. Like if that had flopped, and J. Cole waited a year to come out with something, like his rank will fall because it's not enough music out there to redeem himself like that. So you look at Wale. Wale really doesn't come out with a lot of music like that anymore, like that. So you look at a lot of guys can jump back from that if they put out enough music. But that's the beauty in the best artists in the game. All the top artists in the game don't come out with music all the time. Drake may come out with a single here and there, and you won't hear him from him. Kendrick, he'll come out with an album, then go ghost for 9 or 10 months, and you see him and you see his beard grown out and his hair nappy. That's how you know something about to come that's fire. So if you look at it like that, I feel like all the top artists don't come out with something necessarily all the time. So that's why it's pivotal that their music does well for our streaming numbers as well as just the popularity.
Well, let me ask you this question. Who's better, Wale or Chance the Rapper?
Don't you ever.
Don't hold on.
Zoom in the camera.
Don't be disrespectful.
Zoom into the camera.
Don't be disrespectful.
Don't you ever disrespect Chancellor Bennett like that. Again. Don't you? You gonna put Wale in the same conversation as Chance?
Hold on. So Chance the Rapper. Okay then. So is Chance the Rapper better than Meek Mill?
Yes.
Is Chance the Rapper better than Big Sean?
Yes.
So Chance the Rapper. Exactly.
Yes.
Chris, hold up.
Yes.
Stop.
You gonna try to disrespect this man?
So
you remember the Arthur theme song? This man remixed the Arthur theme. He's so musically inclined and gifted that he came out with a mixtape as well. It still hasn't been signed. Came out with a mixtape that was Grammy nominated as well. Which, like we mentioned earlier, Drake was one of the only people that do that as well.
I give him that respect.
But Chance, man, he just is on another level musically. He's more gifted and talented. Just the way he writes. To say he in the same level of Wale, man, nobody even compares Wale to Chance the Rapper.
Hold on. So you basically saying Chance the Rapper is in that top tier with Kendrick, Drake, and J. Cole?
He's next up. I feel like he's damn near. If you think about it right now, Chance the Rapper has more influence on the culture right now than a lot of young artists and talent does.
Does he?
Yes.
Chance the Rapper has more influence than Big Sean?
Yes. Even in his community, bro. He's known for his activism. He's known for what he's done in his city of Chicago.
Okay, I get that.
He's known, bro. Musically, yes. Like if Chance the Rapper came out with an album right now, he would blow Big Sean's number out, and a lot of artists combined together. It's easy, bro, because like I said, the crazy thing is, shout out to my brother Chris, because he the one that put me on Chance the Rapper in 2013. He was like, man, because my brother has always been a guy that loves music just as much as me, and every time I come home, he gonna put me on a new artist, and he told me, man, you gotta listen to this guy, Chance the Rapper. I was like, back in the day, it's 2013. I'm like, was he the trap rapper? Is he, more turn up? Does he more conscious? He's like, man, just listen to acid rap. And I listened to it, and I was like, it's something different about this man. What he was doing then, bringing jazz influence, funk influences, different sounds that people haven't even heard through acid rap and flows. And even his flow, that's what got people in acid rap. Just the way he sounded, he could switch things up. I knew he was going to be special then. And the thing,
so his versatility. That's what you really, because you saying
his content. One thing about him, his content, he can go. And one thing he got the gift that Kendrick has, he can get on the trap beat and go crazy. He can get on the jazz beat and go crazy, blues beat. He can go acapella. He can do so many different things, and he's so versatile in his game. And I feel like he pleases to the masses of music fans out there. And he can sing, he can dance, he can write, he can rap, he can do it all. And I feel like Big Sean, he's not gonna go out there and do the things Chance does. Like that's just a given. Like Chance is stamped by Beyonce, he's stamped by Jay-Z, the greats he's stamped by. J. Cole wanted to sign Chance after hearing acid rap. Like so many people wanted to sign him. So like to hear the tops in the game, knowing this man is next up and got that respect for him, you don't hear that from Big Sean.
So you got him in tier 1 then. You got him up right there with Drake, J. Cole, Kanye West.
Since 2010, I think you got to make room for Chance. You got to make room for this man, bro. You do. I feel like you can't even put him, you can't put him on the level of Meek Mill. I love Meek Mill true enough, been listening to him since 2011. But at the same time, bro, Chance is just on a different way, man. Like he appeals to the masses, man. Anytime a man can take a gospel hook and make a classic out of that, no problems. And you think about he incorporates gospel in his raps and his albums and jazz. I love to hear those sounds. And I feel like you don't hear those. One thing Big Sean gets criticized about is because of his flow, which I'm glad in his new mixtape he mixed that up.
So is okay then. Since we're talking about versatility, who is more talented and versatile, Drake or Chance the Rapper?
Definitely Drake. I'm not gonna play myself with that. The reason why I say that is because Drake, I mean, he can go to a stadium right now and fill it with a whole bunch of white people and be good. He can play all his old songs and still be good. He can go to a reggae. He can go to Jamaica, fill it up. He can go anywhere because, like I said, he's so versatile in his game. Everybody know Drake is a pop icon. He's a rap icon right now. He's a mainstream icon. If you go to Saudi Arabia, people gonna know Drake. If you go to Africa, people gonna know Drake. He's so well-rounded in his game, and I feel like Chance is right there, but he doesn't put out enough music.
So where exactly, if you saying Chance the Rapper is better than Wale, and you saying Wale shouldn't even be in comparison, where exactly do you put Wale at? Because think about it.
Wale is like in the third tier.
So if he's in the third tier,
he's in the third tier.
You put him there with Vince Staples.
Yeah,
you put him
definitely.
Why?
Yes, definitely.
Y'all got no respect for Wale.
No, listen.
Y'all got no respect for Wale.
Wale is one of my favorite artists, and I told you that before. Like I've been listening to Wale since 2010. That's one of my favorite artists. But at the same time, if you look at it holistically, he hasn't done much since 2011, 2012. Kim G even pulled it up. If it's not a lovey-dovey song or the song for the ladies that's Wale doing, what other bangers or hits has he had?
Clappers.
Kim G, do you remember Clappers?
Stop.
No,
he stop it.
The last song he had that's been a hit is No Hands.
Stop it.
I can't
the body like a matrimony with
Usher? Outside of it being the song for the ladies, what song has Wale produced?
Clappers with Juicy J and Nicki Minaj.
That was straight, but you ain't gonna hear that in the club right now.
Stop it.
You will hear No Hands before you will hear Clappers.
I mean, of course, No Hands is a hit. I'm saying
exactly. We're talking about hits too. It's not
Clappers was platinum.
If you don't hear that in the club, not because of take Nicki out that song.
But you can do the same thing with No Hands. You can say Waka Flocka and old dude Roscoe Dash out that song.
I'm gonna give it a band with you. Wale had the best verse on that song.
Huh? What?
Yes. He had the best verse up there. But I mean, Wale went in too. I mean, Waka went in too. You know, but
this on No Hands.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you talking about Clappers.
Clappers at the same Clappers, bro. Like you ain't gonna hear that in a club. Not at a black club. White club, you may hear. You definitely gonna hear No Hands at a white club. And they may sneak it in a black club too as well. But you're not gonna hear Clappers, bro.
You gonna hear Clappers at a club. They still play it till this day.
When the last time you been to a club, Josh?
Don't do that.
Don't do that, Q Kelly. No. When the last time?
No,
listen.
Don't do that, Q Kelly. Don't do that, Q Kelly.
No, listen.
Don't do that, Q Kelly.
When have you been?
Don't do that to Hey, no, do
listen.
that.
When have you been to a club?
Don't do that. I gotta go hear it. Don't do that, my nigga. Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, listen. No, I'm because thing is like if you going every club that I've been to since. I don't know when, because I've been, like I said, I go out frequently at times as well. I done calm down what I used to, but you really don't hear Clappers. To me, I love Clappers. Hey, that's a hit. I'm pretty sure in DC they probably still play that thing. Like it's a classic. I love the song.
You just put Wale on the same level as Young M.A. and Vince Staples.
Young M.A. shouldn't even be in the top 3 tier. She's only had one song, bro. She's a one-hit wonder. So she don't even belong.
So
in that.
okay then. So tier three. Vince Staples, The Game, Nipsey Hussle.
Yep.
That's adequate, right?
That's adequate.
You putting Wale with them?
Yeah.
Come stop it. He's with Big Sean.
Bro, who checking for Wale music? I love Wale. If Wale came out with an album or mixtape, I'm downloading right now and listen to it. But if Wale came out to the masses of people, Wale dropped the album. All people gonna do, I'm gonna wait till he got a single that come out that's hot. And if it's okay. I'm going to ask you a question, Josh. Off of the Shine album that he just released, April 28th, 2017, what's the song that you remember from that album?
You said a song?
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me think
it's
about it. No. You said, because this was
matter of fact,
this was more of an album. This was more of like a good body of work rather than a few songs that stick out.
But at the same time, you're going to remember something off that Shine album. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the Shine album track list right now.
But think about it. Wale, Vince Staples, The Game. You got artists like Pusha T that you would put in tier 3.
Do you know what the single was from the Shine album?
Was it? It was with Usher, right? The one with Usher.
No, it was actually with Lil Wayne. And what was that song called?
Oh, Running Back. Running Back. Yeah, that was good.
I mean, if you think about, the crazy thing is the best song off that album that went crazy that everybody was feeling was the craziest Fashion Week with G-Eazy. That went crazy. And then if you look at any other songs, Fish and Grits really wasn't really all that with Travis Scott. Heaven on Earth with Chris Brown really won. Oh, my Pretty Young Thing.
Oh yeah, PYT, yeah. Y'all playing.
You see how long it took this man to find out that PYT was on the other album.
I thought that was on the other album.
Because I asked you what song off the Shine album that everybody remember from Wale. We had to go pull up the track list because nobody can even remember. Like,
come on, stop. We've done that before other artists.
We have, but at the same time, you couldn't even remember. Like PYT, I wasn't even thinking about that because I think it was a good album.
If I said Drake, Thank Me Later, are you gonna just pop a song?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta look back.
But at the same time, I feel like let's pull up Thank Me Later, and I guarantee it's about 4 or 5 songs up there.
Hold on, don't do that because I wasn't comparing. I was comparing albums. That's classic.
I feel like Wale, man, he's missing something, and J. Cole hit the hammer on the head, as they say, or the nail on the head, whatever. He hit it, and he said, Wale has to go back to his roots of tailoring his music to his fan base. And if you got to go back to that old Wale from 2011, when you add a little bit of poetry, you add a little bit of go-go sound to it, you add a little bit of DC to it, that's what he has to go to be successful. I think Wale wears about too much of not being hot. And that's the crazy thing, because a lot of times, like, Wale goes on Twitter and he goes on rants about, y'all don't know real music when y'all see it. And he got to, have 10, 12 tweets explaining the song and why nobody gets CC White. But I'm feeling like, just put the music out and it's gonna happen. You feel me?
Let me ask you this, because we got to switch topics right quick. This whole thing with Lavar Ball, he just pulled his sons out. One son, of course, we know one son was already pulled out of high school at Chino Hills. This week, we know that he pulled LaMelo out.
Yeah.
Or excuse me, Leangelo out of UCLA. Now, they both just signed an agent to the same agent that actually Lonzo has, and they're going to play overseas. People have been criticizing LaVar Ball, saying, look, it's one thing to take your son, and brand them and promote them and market them like that, but you messing with their education. Now, we've all been saying as a black father, he's been involved. We know how it is with in the black community, the fathers aren't involved like that, this, that, and the third. And you've been giving him his ups. What do you have to say about LaVar Ball and what he's done this past week?
LaVar, you're doing a great job. Let me tell you
why.
Let me tell you why. First of all, let's not even bring up education in this subject. The reason why is because if you are one and done in college, do they care about your education?
Nope.
When you're in high school and you are a blue chip, do they care about your education?
Nope.
It's what you can do on that court. Let me tell you why a lot of people are mad at LaVar. It's because he is exploiting his kids before anybody else can exploit them. He's exploiting his kids before. The best decision was to take Leangelo out of UCLA. Why? Because it would have been a distraction to the university.
Facts.
It would have been a distraction to Leangelo. Let me tell you, Leangelo was so hurt that he did that, and he knew coming back to school it wouldn't be the same.
Right.
And the only thing he would have been is criticized. The best thing he can do is, let Leangelo go over the seas, become a man, get his game back right. Like I said,
make some money.
And make some money for the family. Why go to UCLA and make money for them and be a circus show and everybody blame Leangelo and LaVar for being a distraction to that school? The best gift LaVar gave UCLA and made them relevant back then is to have his 3 boys commit to that school. Before then, nobody was even checking for UCLA.
Right. I always said, matter of fact, if it wasn't for Lonzo last year, nobody would be checking for UCLA.
Nobody would have been checking for them boys.
The goal of education, the main goal, is to have an education to make money.
That's right.
I understand people say no, knowledge is power, and to know, this, that, and the third. Look,
it's to make money.
It's to make money.
That's it.
We pay all this money, this tuition to a 4-year institution or whatever, wherever you go. Even if you go on the CP, wherever you go, It's to make money. You want to have a job. You want to start off with a great job, entry level, work your way up, and possibly one day make 6 figures.
That's right. That's the whole American dream, basically.
That's the American dream.
Yeah.
Basketball is we're in a position, or those that play basketball, football, whatever the case may be, you're in a position to go overseas, make $250,000 or whatever. I don't know their contract. I don't know what they're going to sign, whether it's in China, Turkey, Australia, wherever they're going to play. You're in a position to make money at 18, 19 years old, six figures to $1 million. Who wouldn't want that?
Think about this too as well, and I like that point that you made, Josh. Melo, 17, 18 years old, is the only kid that ever had his own shoe come out. That's history. What Big Baller Brand is doing is they're really the first black-owned, basketball shoe company that they're not getting any help from nobody else with. They didn't sign with nobody. They're not under nobody. And people are mad because this man is exploiting his kids. We're not even exploiting them. He's teaching them a lot of life lessons before anybody else can get to them. And I just don't get it because at the end of the day, like I heard Skip Bayless on Undisputed say he's allowing the kids to quit early. No, because he know what is going to happen if they go to UCLA. All they doing is making money to UCLA.
Right.
UCLA loves the circus show, but at the same time, you got to understand he's going to make that money before anybody else can make money off his kids. Right. He the one that brought them into this world. And you think about LaMelo leaving high school, if anybody know the backdrop of that, Lavar trains all those kids in Chino Hills, and they play on his AAU team. And they actually had their old high school coach from Chino Hills get fired, and they had a new coach come on. The new coach was trying to tell Lavar and his kids that, hey, LaMelo's not going to be able to take as much shots, and, I'm going to be controlling the team. And a lot of kids that was on the high school team with Chino Hills were going to be cut from that team. Mind you, Chino Hills won the state championship 2 years in a row. Mm-hmm. One with Lonzo, with all three of the brothers, one with Leandro and LaMelo. So how can you try to switch something up that these guys have won 2 state championships with? It's the control factor. People want to show that they have dominance over LaVar and want to teach him a lesson.
I will say this, though, and I think you would agree with this. LaVar has put a lot of unwanted pressure on Lonzo and his other sons. Mind you, I get it. You're in the NBA regardless. You're number 2 overall draft pick. There's going to be pressure. But let's not get it twisted here. LaVar has almost basically set Lonzo up for failure in a way. And I'm going to tell you why. That first game against Patrick Beverly, when he got in his face, he set the tone for how it was going to be the whole season in the NBA. Lonzo has had great games. He's had triple-double, 20 points, this, that, and third. Yep. Okay, cool. And then he's had horrible games where it's like some people said if it wasn't for his name, he needed to be in the G League. Think about that. His sons. You got one son, the middle son, that was a 3-star. Wasn't even like the youngest one and the oldest one. 3-star. NBA scouts said we wasn't even considering him being even a second-round draft pick. Wasn't even considering him being signed to a summer league team. Like, they weren't even looking at him. Unless he had some kind of crazy 30-point averaging season at UCLA, nobody's considering him like that. The little one, he's still what? He is his junior year.
Yeah, he still got time to grow. He got time to grow.
There's still a lot to learn.
And he may be better than all of them at it.
You're right. And I said that before. But at the same time, you don't know. You still send an unnecessary pressure on your sons and almost setting them up for failure.
I don't think so. The reason why, look, them kids know their father longer than we have. And from what I seen, LaVar been like that for years. So why, when his kids get to the highest level they can possibly get at, why change up now?
So if Lonzo ends up being a bust, what would you say?
Like Lonzo said, my pop's been like that. That's like if I was doing something and I end up making it to the big ESPN somewhere or some radio station or BET or somewhere, and my pops is the same person that's going to be on me, that's going to stay on me, make sure I'm right, but I get to this level and he's not going to be that person because, no, your parents going to stay the same way. They're going to do the same things that got you there. So I don't feel like it's no pressure. I feel like it is pressure, but that's that pressure that they pops been putting on them. They pops been to the games. It's because the media loves this back and forth with LaVar. He didn't ask for this. They gave it to him.
So if Lonzo becomes a bust, what would you say?
they made their money at the end of the day. At the end of the day, if Lonzo becomes a bust in the league, guess what happened to the Big Baller Brand family? They made their bread. Can we not say that? They got the money before anybody else can get the money off them.
So you think it's just about money, or you think it's about winning also? Winning and being successful?
Let me tell you something. When the iron is hot, strike it. Don't wait on it. Why wait? And like I said, a lot of other people wait for stuff to happen. He took his kids. He know what they can do and what they can't do. He even said LiAngelo is not gonna make it to the league. He's purposely said LiAngelo, hey, he may not be the one, but everybody, Melo's gonna be like that. Lonzo gonna be like that.
I don't know, Mr. Kelly. I heard Lavar Ball say these two sons, I'm gonna put them on the Lakers. Watch, y'all gonna end up saying how he do that.
And guess what?
That's exactly what he said.
People didn't think Lonzo was gonna go to the Lakers for a minute. And guess what happened?
He was going to the Lakers.
Guess what happened?
He
went to the Lakers. Why did he go to the Lakers? And I'm pretty sure, like I said, anybody know whoever goes to the first round, they evaluate your past history, your social media, your family. Everything's getting evaluated. What made you think Magic wanted to pick him?
He was good.
It wasn't no circus. He's a rookie in the league. The number one rookie that's leading everybody in the league right now is Ben Simmons, who had a whole year to sit back, learn the game, develop his game, develop a jump shot. You got to understand, Lonzo's coming in this league right now straight off the bat.
But now
two triple doubles. Like I said, his shooting has. And I pulled up another stat. Do you know John Wall's rookie year? What was his 3-point percentage from the field his rookie year?
He was never a good 3-pointer though. He was never a good 3-point shooter.
Just guess the 3-point percentage.
I'm guessing 20-something.
Kimji, guess the 3-point percentage for John Wall's rookie year. 7% from the three.
I'm gonna look that up.
Now it's 7% from the three his rookie year.
I'm gonna look
Mind
that
you,
up,
I think Dewey told me one time that he averaged 18 and 8. But what LaMelo is doing, bro, he doesn't have to score to be successful. He can do off the transition, fast breaks, assisting, setting up the offense, as well rebounds off the boards. He does a lot more other little things to help a team go.
Who's had a better year so far, Lonzo Ball or Dennis Smith from Fayetteville?
It's
not that. Who's had a better year so far?
Dennis Smith has had a better year, but at the same time, scoring options. How many scoring options does the Mavs have? Dirk is dirt old. Who is their scoring options?
The Lakers don't have scoring options?
I'm about to make my point. Dallas Mavericks don't have a lot of scoring options. Therefore, Dennis Smith has to do a lot more shooting, a lot more pushing the ball up the floor. He has to be way more aggressive offensively.
So you saying the Mavericks don't have no scoring options?
Not like the Lakers do. Kyle Kuzma. You have, like I said, Kendavius Powell-Pope.
Harrison Barnes.
Come on.
Dirk Nowitzki.
Dirk, don't bring Dirk.
Seth Curry.
Come on.
Harrison Barnes not. You said what?
He's not scoring. If you look at
those are options though.
Bro, look at the scoring options that the Lakers have.
Those are the same. They're scoring around 14, 15 a game.
Who scores more? Look at it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull up the Lakers roster and you pull up the Dallas Maverick roster. We're gonna go who has the best roster right now.
It's definitely gonna be the Lakers.
So what I'm saying, if the Lakers have a better roster, more scores, does Lonzo have to do a lot more scoring, or they want them to do what? They got him in here to facilitate the ball because he's known from passing, facilitating the ball, running the offense, fast breaks, getting up and down the court. That's what they want from him. The media wants him to score. That's not his game. It's not. And like I said, you think about Dennis Smith, he has to score because he has nobody else. Do you think Dirk Nowitzki will be able to carry them boys later on in the season when he was damn near 40 years old?
Now, in UCLA, Lonzo was not just contributing or distributing. He was also scoring. That's why he was one of the top picks. He was also dropping 25 with his 15 assists.
Okay.
And his 10 rebounds. Okay. He was a triple-double machine. Let's be real. He hasn't had the best start.
So
let me tell you something. I'm not saying he's going to have a bad year.
Let me tell you something. He's one of the first point guards ever in the history of NBA to have the youngest that had 2 triple-doubles. The youngest. Think about how many legends that came through the NBA, and he's the youngest to do it. And like I said, let me tell you something. It's not his father putting the pressure on him. It's the media. Let's get down to the real deal. If the media avoided LaVar Ball like that, Do you think there'll be any pressure but from his father? The media gives him pressure, not his father. Everybody's father gonna set expectation. Everybody got mad when LaVar was like, "My son better than Steph Curry." You damn right. If I have a son, I'm gonna think my son better than Steph Curry coming up.
But that's not the problem.
What's the problem?
The problem
is the media. What?
LaVar keeps on going on TV and saying crazy things.
Who allows him to go on TV?
Right, the media.
So who has the power to give? Who has the power to give pressure?
So just because somebody puts a camera on my face, I'm supposed to say something crazy?
Bruh, first of all, let me tell you something. If my dad, like I said, is in the room,
your dad not gonna say nothing crazy though.
I don't know. Like I said, my dad gonna have a lot of confidence in me. You know what I'm saying? If they would have asked me if I was a basketball player, is your son better than Steph Curry? My dad gonna be like, yeah, he better than Steph Curry. That's my son. You ain't gonna say, oh no, my son not better than him. No, the media puts all this attention and stress on him. Josh, I guarantee you tonight, the Hornets game, mind you, they just had the Bulls. They played the Bulls last night. Not a lot of people showed up. The energy was flat at the game as well. How much media attention do you think is going to be?
Oh, it's going to be a lot. LaVar probably going to be in the building.
Why the first person we bring up LaVar when we talk about them?
Because he's the
head culprit, right?
Yeah, he's a circus right now. The circus is in town.
I know, but who gives him the platform?
The media.
Okay, so who's to blame for the pressure? If somebody gives you
so you blaming the media for the pressure?
I'm just saying every father has their own pressure that they put on their kids to do the best they can do. If I'm a father, I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna put that pressure on my kids.
Lonzo Ball is under a microscope. Why? Yes, I get every father has expectations.
It's because the media gave LaVar the platform to do it.
Not only that, you mix that in with the fact that he's the number 2 overall pick. People saying he's gonna be.
Who is the number 1 overall pick?
Number 1 overall pick, Markelle Fultz.
Why does he have all that pressure on him?
Because he's number 1 pick.
No, why does he have more pressure on him? Because he is the number 1 pick.
Right.
Why is nobody talking about Markelle Fultz?
He didn't come in with the hype like Lonzo Ball did.
Why did Lonzo come with the hype?
Not only because of what he did at UCLA, because of his father.
Because his father. And the reason why his father, because they gave him that platform. Let me tell you something. It's not his fault they gave him a platform. This man's an outspoken black man. Guess what? He's going to talk because that's what he's going to do. But at the same time, the media gives him that attention. And they put pressure on him to do so. You got a lot of media outlets that want Lonzo to fall just because of what? His who?
Because his father.
You got a lot of guys in the NBA that don't like Lonzo. They said when Lonzo get on the court, he doesn't even hardly speak. But they don't like him because of what?
His father.
Exactly. That has nothing to do with Lonzo as a person.
You're right. I've never said that.
The media painted this picture of LaVar Ball as being this evil guy that is controlling of his kids, that talks too much. He just like. Have you ever been at a high school basketball game and you got that one black father that's loud on the side?
Look, everybody knows about Lonzo Ball, LaVar Ball before there was LaVar Ball. There's always been a LaVar Ball type dad.
If you give that father the same platform as LaVar Ball, they'll do the same thing.
No, not every dad. Some dads know how to control themselves in front of a camera. Like I said, just because I hold the mic to your face doesn't mean you have to go crazy.
That's facts, but at the same time, that's who he is as a person, and his kids know that's who he is as a person. That's what it's going to be. Why do he got to switch up? Why do he has to be something he's not on the camera?
I agree with that, but he's showing his true colors, and I agree. Always keep it 1,000
He being 1,000 with himself.
But it's landing extra pressure, unwanted pressure on your son.
Who put that pressure on him?
LaVar.
No, the media.
Because some people hold up, Q Kelly. Some people as a dad will say, you know what? My son hasn't been having the best start to the year. Let me calm down, lay low, take some of the pressure off. They even had the Lakers had to make a rule for LaVar Ball so he won't talk to the media no more. Or enter the Staples Center and talk to the Staples Center media.
Let me tell you something.
Think about that. They made a LaVar Ball rule. The Lakers had to do this.
I feel like a lot of this getting blown out of proportion because the media has a love-hate relationship with LaVar. He gonna give them ratings, but they hate him at the same time. But at the same time, you gotta think Lonzo is doing. This is his rookie year, man. He has a lot of growing to do. He has a lot of time that he has to be played. He's getting the kinks out. This is only the first 30 games, Josh. We ain't even hit half of the season, and they act like this man career's over. He's been a bust. He's only been 30, 40 games in his career. Let him get 2 years under his belt. Russell Westbrook won't Russell Westbrook his rookie year.
You're right, but there was no pressure on him.
Okay.
You're right. It was no buzz.
Is pressure a bad thing?
Hold up, time out.
Is pressure a bad thing?
Don't use Russell Westbrook. You got to use somebody. The buzz that Lonzo had coming in was more closer to a LeBron James buzz, was more closer to a Derrick Rose buzz, a John Wall buzz. Russell Westbrook out of college, he stayed 4 years in college.
But at the same time, bro, you got to understand, people, at like scoring is the only thing that affects the game. They don't. Anybody that watches basketball knows it's so many other ways that you can affect the game besides scoring. But the only thing people seem to look at is what? The scoring part. You look at football. Everybody don't understand. You got to have a great offensive line for the quarterback to get.
I get what you're saying, but you trying to switch the narrative. We're not, like I said, I get he's a pass first point guard, but he also came in scoring. The Lakers have not been having the best season. Lonzo hasn't been having the best season, whether you look at stats or just,
he's
on the court to me.
But everything else, he's almost getting a double-double every night.
Everybody, look, they criticize. I get it. He's criticized for a lot of things. He didn't fight for his teammate. He walked off the court. He's criticized for a lot of things. But just know that LaVar did it to himself.
LaVar ain't do nothing. To his son. LaVar, you're doing a great job. Let me tell you something. Like I said, I think people try to exploit the Ball family, and guess what? LaVar went here and got that money and doing what he's doing before they can do. And UCLA is mad. And a lot of people saying he's quitting on his kids or he's teaching the kids the wrong thing. He's not. He's teaching them entrepreneurship, marketing, branding, as well as I feel like he's doing the right thing right now. Like I said, we'll definitely see how it plays out at the end.
Well, look, definitely. I know when we're gonna have Vashti for part 2. You know what I'm saying? Pretty soon, I want to get her take on it.
Oh yeah.
Again, it's like I said, it's a tough topic because again, you're talking about a man with his child, and it's a lot of loose ends and a slippery slope with how they treat the media. But overall, I know it's definitely gonna be more on this topic. You know what I'm saying? With the continuation of this NBA season, but No Boundaries Podcast, again, another great show, a lot of topics. We'll be back again next week. Consistency is key. Y'all know how we doing.
That's it.
Be on the lookout for the promo on IG. Go ahead and give me your social media.
Yeah, so my Instagram is _QKelly, and same as my Twitter as well. So follow me. Truly appreciate it. And like I said, we got so much to come as well. And I appreciate y'all listening or either y'all watching as well. Like I said, we only going to get better at this point. That's how I look at it.
1000. Chris Joseph Films.
Yes, sir.
On IG. That's Chris Joseph Films with a Z at the end. Please check my boy out. A1 quality, dope creativity, man. Please check him out. And of course, with mine is at Young Sapu, YOUNGSAPU. All one word. Instagram, Snapchat, man. Appreciate y'all. We out. One love.
That's it.